we've already talked a little bit about Western approaches to health, but as an Ayurvedic doctor and practitioner, how do you see Ayurveda being integrated into our current medical system in the Western world? Do you see an opportunity for them to complement each other?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because as Ayurveda says that you include everyone and work with everyone rather than being individual and keeping the things to yourself. So as Ayurveda is all about inclusiveness, I think it's more important to understand why this thing has happened. You know, for example, I would say that both of the sciences have their merits and demerits. Okay, so Western science is much more advanced in seeing the things which are not seen to the naked eye through other ways like imagings and like you can see what is happening in the body through different kind of modern MRIs, CT scans and everything which you can't see with your naked eye. And we could use those things, or for example, somebody meets with an accident and we have a quick fix happening through modern medicine, which probably I wouldn't say that you do yoga and you'll get well soon. So there are drawbacks of Ayurveda, but I think in the end, it is more of which one is stronger with what, and then working together to fix it. For example, if you have met with an accident and the related trauma, mental, physical trauma, which has happened to you, once that quick fix is done, I think then regaining your health back will be more work of Ayurveda.
Yeah, like a healing process.
Yes. Now, for example, people will develop certain issues. For example, the other day I had a client who was to mention about the sinus problem, and he being operated until 3 times for now for the sinusitis related problem. So when I asked him about his diet and lifestyle, it was really all about his digestive fire was low and he's still consuming incompatible food combinations or greasy things, everything which is going to aggravate more kapha in the body. So, but operations were done every 6 months or so. So
confusion, why doesn't that work?
So once you have fixed this, once something has happened due to our ignorance or we don't know something and something's happened. So once you have fixed that, then comes the approach of why this thing happened in the body. Isn't it? So once you address that, probably it won't happen again, or the chances of that happening again would be less unless and until we see what is the cause of it. Nothing happens without a cause, isn't it? So we need to address the main cause of it. And if you look at most of the diseases prevalent now, mental, physical, all of those things are more attributed to the lifestyle or dietary incompatibilities happening in our life. So if we address those things, probably these lifestyle or dietary related diseases have less chances of happening or probably won't happen. So we won't get that same quality of fruits, vegetables or kind of things which were available maybe 100 years ago. We have our own challenges with regards to pollution and new things happening as the world is developing. And we don't have the same strength. For example, in olden days, they would survive until 150, 200 years, but now life expectancy has reduced to 100 years and probably still less in some of the developing countries. But then, at least for that particular period, to make maximum utilization of whatever we have and not engaging in the things which would harm our health would help a lot. If you look at most of the things, diabetes, blood pressure, anxiety, nervousness, depression, all these things happen because we don't know how to handle ourselves.
And it's funny because for someone being trained as a Western doctor, nutrition and lifestyle is some of the last things that bothered to be taught about.
Yes, I think, but the world is changing now. Doctors are getting integrated there. As to they tell you, okay, you if you have more of anxiety issues, rather than increasing on the medicines, they would think, try to do yoga and all. But I think it needs to be collaborated with, because if you just tell them you go and do this, they don't know where to go.
No, that's right.
And probably end up getting into some people who may have not been trained into that. So if you have a network, I think that would work better. The doctors and Ayurvedic practitioners working together. So we have a good network which will address all aspects of medicine and
it's not clashing. We're not working against each other.
No, not at all. I don't intend to do that, but it's more about, yes, we have some merits, you have some merits. Ayurveda science has some merits. So it's more about integrating and like we know about the scope of practice when we do, we always work within the scope of practice. So we see certain things we need to refer, we always do that. So similarly, if you think that this is something to be addressed in diet and lifestyle issues, so probably you recommend them to go to see a natural therapy or alternative medicine practitioner, because not all things need pills.
No. And so then it's about building relationships, isn't it? Like you say, a network and relationships between, and it might be the peak bodies and the industry bodies that administer Ayurvedic practitioners versus
I think it's more related to they knowing, because when we learn Ayurveda, because we live in this world wherein even modern medicine is practiced and we need to be updating ourselves with this knowledge. But I think in there they don't feel this knowledge is not integrated into their system.
No.
But their knowledge is integrated into our system.
And that's different, isn't it? Because for the Western medicine person training in Western medicine, Ayurveda would be way off the wall, wouldn't it? For most.
Yes.
So that's something to address somehow, isn't it?
So I think it's more of the need of an hour and to see what is necessary here, whether changing the diet and lifestyle is necessary here or a quick fix is required here.
And it might be a bit of both.
Yes, it could be a bit of both because if, to give you an example, if a woman is bleeding heavily and there could be an underlying reason over there, and then she's been operated to take out her uterus or do some things to stop the bleeding immediately because that is required. If she goes on losing this much amount of blood, she may enter into a shock or a coma. But that needs to be addressed. But then when you do that and not address the reason, it may go somewhere else and cause some other problem. And I see this a lot of times in the clients wherein after taking out their uterus, they might have developed some breast-related issues or breast cancer or breast lump. So it is going to, because body works in integration. The doshas are still there in the body, they will go to the weaker part. So they can't do anything here. They will move to some other part and create their problems in there.
Because if you never go to the point of addressing the cause, then it's going to manifest in somewhere else.
Of course, that's going to happen. And usually we look at the things like, all the parts of the body work in homeostasis. To help each other, and changes happening in one part will disturb the other parts as well, and all of them come together to help this part. But then eventually, if the reason keeps on harming that part more, then they would say that, it's better you leave us rather than affecting all of us. So in that case, like surgeries, even Sushruta advised about surgeries. If there's a pus formation in your body, you can't just think of giving medicines to pacify that needs to be drained out. That's a foreign thing in your body which is harming your body than doing it good. So you need to drain that out, get that out. Otherwise, you'll harm the entire body. Septicemia could happen if it enters into the body. But then you have to take care as to why that happened by giving him medicines.
Of course. Okay.